Down to our last session on the Odissey of the Dragonlords, you fellas got yourselves on through with King Pytor of the city of Astoria and learned down some of the recent happenings down into the city and where your path is to be lead next on. Now that you guys know a few of the quests that you have on up onto your hands, what is that this small group band of heroes will begin doing now is the question. You fellas have, well, among on the task you have ahead yourself a few quests on. You can get yourselves in straight up to the Mithril Forge, down onto the mines, where Vulcan gave you the instructions to lead on a pathway onto the north, close to the city of Astoria, and there you will find the pathway that leads down from the mountain towards the Mithril mines, where once the dwarves used to do the collective forge of the best weapons across Tylea. You also have two minor tasks on. One, uncover the location of the Horn of Mithra that was stolen on somewhere by someone that is still unclear to you guys, apart from being a sort of invisible-like creature that came by on, stole the thing, and went away. He defeated down a Dragonborn champion that used to protect down the horn, and that is about what you guys know on. Second minor task on ahead, you guys also have this guy called Themocles. Is that Themocles? I don't remember the guy name. Hold up. Terracles, a farmer and used to be a scout on the king's army that has a missing daughter who apparently is somewhere down onto the forest. The king disclosure that a scout was sent as per Terracles said to you guys, and apparently she's somewhere near an old temple down onto the southern region in the forests. And there you should possibly find not only the daughter, but maybe something more valuable of your time. There seems to be also around the surrounding lands up into the north a Cyclops that was sighted that the king did tell you guys to avoid. So there's that into consideration should you guys want to drive yourselves into battle and maybe gain some fame on with the town. Who knows? That is what you have on for yourselves. Free talk among you guys, and let me know should I have missed anything, and what you guys will be doing.
So my entering argument is we go test these new items by getting the daughter back. Also, the horn is a minor task? I thought that was the whole reason I was fucking here.
That was the third part. Finding the horn is a minor task. Drinking from the horn is one of the labors. So the labor itself is one of the three labors that you guys have.
Okay. Yeah, I'm all for going for the princess, or not the princess, the daughter of the dude that we ran into because he's a friend of the king.
I mean, I definitely feel like we know that the guy was being a little dishonest. So I feel like we might be walking into something, but I definitely do want to go check that out too.
I thought we figured out that what he was being kind of dishonest about was just that he got in an argument with his daughter and she ran away, and the guy she ran away with is now dead.
I mean, that is what we called him on. I feel like there might be more, even though like I did a really high insight. I something just nagging at me that it's going to be a little bit more than that. But I agree though. I feel like we should, after having just died, I'd like to try the minorest of minor tasks to see if I can survive that. What do you think, Greg?
I'm down for whatever.
All right, to the daughter we go. I guess.
Yeah.
What was that?
None. Go ahead.
So the idea is that you guys will be going on towards the daughter then.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Zartos, you just taking the backseat today, man? We've only got 3 of us.
I'm okay.
All right.
Okay.
So you guys taking up the path southwards towards the woods and then going towards the temple. Is that the group decision? That's what you guys doing on?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, man.
All
I
right.
believe so.
Let me get that on. Here. Let's see. Storia, Mitros. Oh, that is right. I still did not update that map on. We did a closer view for you guys. Let me get that right now. The Heartlands. There we go. The Heartlands. No folders. Public for everyone. No square. No lights. Updates. Alright, as you guys are marching on towards the south and through the south gate, I have a question for you all. You know that there might be potential for the centaurs to still be around the area. What do you want to do on with that? Are you marching as fast as you can onto the south? Are you marching at normal pace and keep yourselves on watch around your surroundings? Yay, there we go. Welcome. Or are you actually taking measure on watching as you travel to intervene any potential surprise attacks? What is your approach on this?
Well, there's only 4 of us. Semi-cautious?
Yeah, I feel like swift, but paying attention.
You don't want me asking what did I miss? If I missed anything important?
We've
Just
decided
the
to go get the
resume.
daughter out of the cave.
Yeah.
Got it, cool. Let's go to the check. Yeah.
So we got to walk through potentially the centaur-infested area.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, I'm here now, so yay. Sorry for the wait.
That's
You're
fine,
good, man.
brother.
What? So my armor is 18. What's everybody else looking at?
18.
Mine's also 6. It's either 16 or 18 for me. I would check.
I'm 15.
Shoot. So I'm 16.
Okay, so Zartos in the front, me in the back, the other 2 in the middle.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So should be roughly 2 days of travel per my memory in between the store vintage and the temple of the oracle. So miles wise should be 8 per foot square. Let's see if I get it right. Yep, roughly 2 days. Yep, that's what we have on. You guys are down here on towards Astoria. You know that the daughter disappears somewhere within the deep woods, which is this area over here. Question now is, are you taking the long road up on when you arrive on the deep woods, or are you taking somewhere else, pathway wise?
So my question is, do you guys want to go blow a horn?
Well,
Okay.
Mike,
Can be
can
a
I
thing.
ask a question?
Yep.
Separate question.
Mm-hmm.
My question is this an in-game map, and what is the Mossy Temple?
All the locations are disclosed on to the region itself. You guys don't have an exact idea on to where these places are. besides Mistros, which is the capital of the continent. So that's pretty.
Can I
pretty
ask
plain.
around about the Mossy Temple? Like, would we know about it in setting?
You already know there is a temple that was scouted out in the region of the south around this area. You don't know the temple name, though.
Okay. Wait. Was this the place that the scout reported a Gaijin?
The scout reported
somewhere else?
that they tried to find the daughter and the trail led there. The scout did not go further because it was infested with monsters. That was
Well, I
the
think we
reason
found
they
our
backed
location.
away.
We found our location.
Could be.
So
Well,
my question for you, gentlemen, is: do you want to go to the temple, the Dragon Temple in Astoria, and blow on a horn and get there in like 20 minutes instead of 3 days?
Can we end the effect at will?
Yeah, we can end it at will.
Can we, Grim? Just wanted to clarify with you first.
What is-
Windwalk wise? I believe so.
Okay. Yeah, fine with me.
Okay.
Okay, I'm a little unsure what this horn is gonna do.
So that was from our first session, or my first session here. So there's a horn that's in the Dragon Temple. If you blow it, it turns you effectively into wind and gives you crazy fast travel speed for 8 hours, and you can end the effect at will.
Oh, okay.
Now, whether the monks or the priest is actually going to let us use it or not, I don't know. And whether we can take the horn with us so we can use it for a return trip, I don't know.
Okay. At least one way will be fast enough. Possibly, if they're okay with it.
It's very likely. But the question now is, gentlemen, as you turn down into wind, since you fellas will be doing that on, you will be basically keeping travel along to the south until you arrive onto the temple area. I checked down, every person can end the effect instantly as long as he has solid footing to reach onto the ground. That's the condition. You have to have solid footing to land. So that's the condition to end the effect.
That doesn't seem too complicated. We can just like land on the ground and then turn back, right?
No turn back. It's once you go out, the spell ends for you.
Oh, once you touch the ground, it ends.
Once you decide to end the effect while touching the ground, the effect ends.
Oh, that's what I was asking at first. Apologies, got a bit confused.
When he said turn back, he meant turn back into human form, not turn back as in go back to the Astoria.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what you guys are down for, I'm down for that, just to save us some travel time. We do have a god that wants
to
to
give it a try.
We
can
still
just
will have
follow the
like a
river
3-day
back.
back though. Yeah.
We can follow the river back though.
Okay.
I mean, he brings a fair point, because the way back is going to be traveling upriver, right? Because river's going to let out into that basin down below.
Ocean, yeah. I use an ocean.
So the river will be flowing from Astoria to Mossy Temple. So, I mean, we might be able to just, I don't know. Can we
Ride
take the
river.
horn with us?
That is gonna take a lot of convincing. You guys already kind of know the answer from the guy. No artifacts can leave the room unless you prove yourself worthy.
I mean, we did just save a king's daughter.
You did?
And I came back from dead.
And he came back from the dead. And Trey Lure came back from the dead with a god's blessing, sort of.
And it is the demigod.
I am a demigod, so
Jericho is a demigod.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, Bayonet is just kind of once he doesn't really he doesn't think he can get it back, so he won't really help you. But if you can get it, that's good. But he is exactly holding up hope.
it's worth the conversation.
Sure is.
Yeah, no, it's worth a shot. But don't get your hopes up. Is what Bayonet's feeling is.
Sure. You arrive onto the Dragon Shrine of Astoria, and the Aesop seems to be doing his usual tasks as a priest of the place. As you guys arrive on, cutting it short, how do you ask down for the items?
Aesop? So I have a question for you. So I know previously we discussed, and you said the items that you hold were going to decide for themselves whether we could use them or not. And we're not actually asking for a weapon this time, just a means of travel that could help us potentially retrieve your horn and take care of some business for the king and, otherwise please a few of the other gods around us. And we were wondering if we might be able to have a crack at getting that horn that turns us into wind just to make travel a slight bit faster. And by a slight bit, I mean exponentially faster for being able to help out the dragon of this shrine.
You see that he says the following. You can certainly use down the horn if it will take you faster on towards your travel. I don't believe the horn will come along with you.
Scare the crap out of me.
So, is it up to the horn or is it up to you?
How the items chose themselves on, will they allow to use them, and will they allow to be bored by them?
Okay.
Alright, I'm back.
So it's their it's the item's decision who has proven themselves to be worthy for them to travel with it, not something that we have to prove to you.
That is correct.
Okay.
Last time we
Awesome.
did this, one of our members died.
Well, the horn's going to let us all blow it. It's just whether the horn decides to come with one of us or not.
It could also just turn us back into human or being back to physical when we're 100 feet in the air. If you don't think we're worthy, theoretically speaking, at least.
I am willing to chance it. I believe I am worthy.
I'll
at
walk
least
up and blow the
try.
horn.
Okay.
Very well. You guys come up on towards the second floor. Take your steps on towards there, and you guys see that as soon as El approaches in to blow the horn, all of you turn down into wind. Boom! And then you guys become wind itself. The horn remains where it is.
Fucking horn.
Well,
I
let's
agree.
go.
I'll be back for the horn.
So how fast do we go again?
300 feet per round, so that's roughly 210 miles per hour if my assumption is correct.
300. That's about 204. That's about 204 miles per hour, and
Yeah.
pH
Excuse me.
5.
We'll get there in like 10 minutes. Don't worry.
I know. I'm just doing the math because why not?
Yeah.
So 10 minutes buys 2 days, gentlemen.
You
Pretty
guys
good
will
deal,
take
if you ask
like
me.
4 to 6 hours to arrive down the temple area.
Wait, which
Alright.
temple are we going to?
It's down where the Mossy Temple is, somewhere in there.
But didn't it say it's only like 56 miles from Estero?
Yeah. But we'd have to cross rivers, and there'd be a whole thing if we did it on foot.
Okay.
And we have to.
No, I know. I'm more so that it should take less than 10 minutes if we're going 240 miles an hour.
Well,
or
imagine you
more
have to,
than
like,
2 hours.
imagine you physically have to find it or something as well,
Okay.
because it's probably like hidden in the forest.
It's still easier than multiple days, so.
Yeah, totally. Which makes it. Don't look gift horse in the mouth.
Gift horn.
Gift horn in the mouth.
Yes, in the blower part, whatever. You know what I mean.
Get you guys in here. and Trelor, which I will be moving. I need to get you guys token stamp for it. Let's see what I can do for now. I'm gonna do a giant eagle because you guys are the wind. So giant eagle is a good representation for now.
So majestic.
All right. You fellas drive on towards the region of the deep woods. You see that the area that surrounds your entirety seems to be very on high trees, so the area of the forest is dense. It's hard to see what goes into the area itself, but you eventually finding an opening of what seems to be an old structure down into the area. The temple's true name, whatever it is, most likely was lost to history a long time ago because people nowadays only call it the Mossy Temple. As spare what you guys arrive onto the area, you find what seems to be an old entryway to somewhere down below along the regions of the temple. Onto the side, you notice there seems to be a lot of movement down on the area. You see what seems to be those goat-like creatures around the surroundings. They seem to be cutting down wood or tending in for their farming. They don't seem to hold out any evilness into their heart. They just seem to be locals, really, for what you can see. As the forest grows dark on top of you and you're making your approach, you see that within the area there's barely light that makes any way through the canopy. You hear birds and bees clamoring beyond every bush on the area, and eventually you see that the forest suddenly glows quiet. You can hear something crashing through a bush ahead of you. And as you hear out what seems to be the cry of a woman calling for help, "Please, someone, help me, please!" And then the voice goes quiet.
Did anyone pick up exactly where that seemed to come from?
Seem to be within the ruins of the temple.
Well, best foot forward, I think.
Do you guys
I guess-
begin your approach?
Mm-hmm.
I suppose we go towards the screaming girl.
All right.
But don't turn back into solid figures until we get a scope of what's going on down there.
Fair.
All right. Just asking. So you guys are not turning back into human form. You're gonna continue down as wind until you find what you're looking for.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Let me just send down the link in here.
Well, our Bayonet will follow the voices, but also see what's happening. He'll scout ahead if everyone else is.
No, we're
We'll see what the
still
voices come
wind.
from.
We're still wind, and we're all going to go look. They don't know who we're out here yet.
Yeah.
Fair
That's
enough.
a fair
So
point.
basically, we're all doing the same thing then, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. And then let's see. Since you guys are cutting short on the area, I'm gonna put you guys in there. Very well. As you follow along onto the voice, you see to the winter what seems to be an area deep on inside to the temple. So 7, I believe. 7, that is correct. In their chambers, blah blah blah. Here we go. You come into a tunnel which leads on deeper below the earth. Stone archways support a low ceiling of rocky dirt. Curtains of heavy roots and vines seem to hang down the archways. Something along this place calls out to you, and you see that the instant you come by, You hear out a blissful voice that holds itself on among the walls of the temple and tell you the following. No, 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 that would be too easy. All great heroes would defeat down the boar. I will guarantee that your task will have more meaningfulness this time. You will thrive on among this temple with no hold of magic of your own. And you hear out a cackling coming among the walls. As Luteria, wife of the storm giants, goddess of the underworld, laugher among the place. And you guys arrive on the temple insides. Mossy Temple. Boom.
The voice was coming from in here.
Yep, it blooms over around out of the temple
Okay.
and then disappears.
So it turned us back into human shapes. What a dick.
Yep.
Well, that is a god. One of the gods we're fighting, so it tracks.
What a dick. I would like.
You can go first, or do you want me to go first? Or you have more health than me. You can go first.
I'll go first. I've got the shield, I guess.
More AC and more health. Feel free to go ahead.
Okay.
So what's with this water that's directly next to us? Does anyone want to investigate that? Because it's suspicious.
The water is suspicious in what way, bro?
There
There
This
must
water
be
sure is
something
water.
in the
This water sure is water.
I play a lot of D&D and I never trust water.
This water sure seems to be very wet.
If you trust water after playing D&D, you've got mistakes.
And if you want to investigate the water, feel
If
free.
you don't trust water after playing D&D, you have you have some sort of mental problem.
Well, if you want to investigate the water, feel free. I'm not going to stop you.
Alright, Jericho. As you look on towards the water, man, it's plain water.
It seems very wet.
It seems very wet. There seems to be nothing on a whole to the place that looks very different on towards you.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
As you come
Did you
over
just go
in towards
across the water?
middle- What?
Are you swimming?
What? Let's investigate.
I'm investigating with my whole body.
That's just called swimming.
There's no dryads, I checked.
Alright.
Oh, okay. I thought you can see.
As you come along on to the middle in there, you see that the gardening of this place seems to be all natural. It seems that the lack of human touch around this ancient glade has made most meaning the growth of nature around the place. It's beautiful, even if it sees clear that the place itself has not been touched by humanity for a long time. A stream of clear water winds around a trunk, bubbling noise seems to hold on to the left of you. A light stream in the form of an opening on top of the ceiling just ahead to your left seems to hold out a pleasantry dump. And the smell of the gardens, the flowers in the gardens seems to be intoxicating.
Which way is this dump? Is it Bayonet or is it Chartos direction?
The region where you are leads on to an opening where you see the area where the luminescent light comes from, and now the way to where Zardos is where the flower smell come from. So you guys have two possibilities to move on forward through.
I don't think we take the left route.
You don't like flowers?
My nose is itching and it doesn't smell good.
I mean, by the way, from last session we stole the mushroom bomb thing, right?
Yep.
Yes.
The fire bomb.
You still have it, so
Just checking.
Yes, let's blow me up again.
You paralyzed yourself. We didn't blow you up.
Hey, you're alive. You only
Thanks
died,
to
you only
my
died once.
Thanks to
You
my
only died
dad.
once. I'll peek in, I guess.
Okay, highest space of perception. Yeah, it's 12. Fuck it. I'm not gonna bother.
Oh, no.
God. Go for
It's-
it. Feel free to move.
More water.
Very-
More water. More
Don't trust
suspicious
it.
water.
This is dead end. Oh, there is something
Oh.
over there, actually.
That's where the source of light came from.
Oh, I see
You're
some-
standing on the bank looking this way.
Bayonet, how well do you acquit yourself in moist situations?
As you look on
Bayonet
towards
just-
the stream, you see it's going upwards towards the north somewhere, ascending. Sorry, descending. So this way, most likely onto the outside, where it will take you guys to the river and eventually the swamp.
Don't go that way.
Well, can I try to like jump off like parkour?
You can. That will be an acrobatics roll.
I'm not athletic. I thought it was athletic to jump.
Yeah, it is a jump. If you try to run straight here and then here, it is for sure a jump.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to
If you're
jump over
trying
here.
a
Like,
parkour jump, it's something else.
oh yeah, I
like
meant
boing,
more
boing,
metaphorically. I'm
boing.
just trying to like,
Yeah,
I'm not trying to like coolly. I'm just trying to do it practically. So I'm just trying to jump
Sure.
over the rock so I can get over there safely. Is that athletics
I-
or is that so?
can you?
Follow this.
$11. Very
Yeah.
well.
I did an 11. I rolled a not. I thought it was 6 actually, not 9.
You
Oh,
rolled a
wait,
Wouldn't
you
six.
pass.
guys. Oh no.
What type of jump would have me do acrobatics?
Basically, if you go in on a step-by-step situation and do a sort of one of those stunt jumps in the air, would be that sort of thing. Difficulty
Okay,
is
I will-
higher, but it is dexterity, so
I will try as a monk to do cool monk jumping things.
all right. Very well. Bayonet, as you get yourself into the water, you see... you see 9 over here.
Fuck
I
yeah.
jumped that bitch doing fucking backflips and cartwheels.
I have been out monked.
You notice that as you attempt to go in to the other side and make your jump over, you outstep yourself and fall deep on within the water.
Well, do not trust the water.
Rage time.
And you begin to float to the other side. Alright. You get
Well,
yourself
actually,
safely to
before
the
I-
other side.
I'm not gonna activate my rage, but can I get? I'm not gonna activate my rage, but can I climb up on this rock?
You can.
Can I use my spear to see how deep the water is?
You can.
And from this rock, can I
it is,
get back better?
It has a very solid, strong stream, just saying. So you might want to do it with the other end instead of the tip.
So I made it all the way here, and I'm going to pull out my hempen rope, and I'm going to fasten it to... Is there anything
Oh,
stable over here?
The check was for Zell. Okay, never mind. I thought it was the monk. Monk, if you got a 10, woo, same thing as Arcos. Sorry, Bayonet.
I was wondering how I
Bayonet.
made it over and he hadn't.
Yeah, can Bayonet get to this part without like do I have to roll to get to this
Yeah, you
part?
guys can simply swing over here. It's not difficult to arrive there.
Back to square one then.
So is there anything stable that I could fasten a rope to?
Stable. Yes, there is. You seem to find this area over here. There's a very strong crescent fungi that seems to be forming up on the wall. Below it, there are some very solid rocks. If you can python something on the wall and then attach a rope to it, you could most likely form a bridge for some commando rope passing.
So yeah, I'm gonna
I got a 14 to try and get across.
You got across.
I'm gonna tie a rope.
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna throw the other end towards the guys. It's a 50-foot rope, and it looks like it's only,
30.
25 feet of distance, 25, 30 feet of distance.
Yeah, Trelur will get his python hammer, smack it down on there. Be sure it's firm, and you guys can cross without any further checks.
Cool. Bayonet, by the way, Bayonet did not activate his rage. I decided against that one. I just got one on the rock.
Sure.
Just so you know. So he still has his 2 rages left.
It's
I love that the caster's the one that made it across.
I made it across. I just didn't do it when everybody else was doing it.
all right.
Or with
so
his
you
flare.
arrive on to the other side. You see the following.
I don't see anything. Just water.
Can I look into the pool? Because it seems kind of stagnant water. Can I like look into it?
Yeah, it seems
Told
to be
you.
like standing water onto the area. Most likely it came over from when the river was still flowing on towards that direction.
And this is where the light was coming from?
Yes, the light came on from here, where you guys were. And let me get Trelor in here. As you arrive on this area, you find what seems to be sort of sleeping chamber. You notice that there seems to be some beds over to under the water for underwater creatures to sleep in. You notice that there seems to be some seagrass and that sort of thing under the water to accommodate all those creatures, and the place seems to be just a resting chamber of sorts.
I would like to throw a rock into the water.
No. Bayonet will stop you. We'll try to stop you. Is there anyone sleeping? Is there anyone sleeping in the chamber that we can see?
Not that you can see.
Why
The
not?
chamber is really dark, so you guys don't have dark vision.
I
Can you see
have...
anything?
Gentlemen, would you like
I
me
have
to
dark
cast a
vision.
light cantrip?
I have dark
sure.
vision.
Yeah, you have dark vision. The rest of us
The
can't see
monk.
shit. Do you
Oh,
want
I,
me?
Yes,
I
dark
know, but if
vision.
you let me go, let me go up front, I can tell you if there's anything.
You died last time we played this game.
So it
warning.
can't happen again.
Oh, why don't we do both?
Okay.
All right, I cast light.
All right. Remember to target your toe or not.
Oh, damn it. My bad. I got it.
And
Can you target Bayonet? Oh, you can only target one target person.
Okay.
Period.
As you arrive onto this area, you hear out what seems to be a voice that blooms over. She saw the truth of all things. The Dragonlords may have been saviors to their people, but they despoiled the lands of Tylea with their lust for battle and conquest. It was wise for the Dryad to seek out justice from the Lady of the Rings, who is gracious and good to her servants. You hear that blooms over in a very old and mature male voice.
Who's the Lady of Dreams? Does anyone know that?
I believe you guys would have saw among in the temple walls in the city, temple dedicated to Luteria. So
Oh, okay. Oh, Death
she
Worshiper.
is the Lady of the Rings.
Oh, Death Worshiper. basically.
So the rock, did it go through or no? Up to
Can
you
Bayonet
guys.
try to like
What?
climb along the slide?
I let Bayonet stop me.
I would like to swim to the chamber in front of me.
All
Why
right.
not? Wait, hear me out. Why not attach a rope to something, throw it to the other end, we can just climb across without disturbing the water in case anything's in the water.
I still have my regular spear, besides the spear +1.
Can be
There,
a
if you
thing.
want.
Yeah, I could just throw it.
I don't see how we would still have to get into the water.
That's a fair point. Can Bayonet try to like climb along the side of the
That
wall?
actually depends on how much physical strength one can muster while holding a hope. Just want to remember that. It is possible for a human being to hold a hope stable enough for another to pass. So,
Yeah, but it's got to make it all the way over to the other side and somehow grapple into a secure enough point.
yep.
And be
That's
high
a bit-
enough for us not to be in water.
He would have
That's what Bayonet's
to
offering. Just climb across.
make the spear lunge with enough strength here on the rock. So, or on the ground even, but very, very unlikely.
If this was like 6 months from now, I could just walk on the side of the wall and make this easy. I'm 6 levels away from that.
Yeah, can Bayonet climb alongside this wall?
It is possible. The walls do seem very very wet though, so they are slippery.
Okay. Well, who wants to get in the water first then?
I'll jump in the water first. I've already
Hold on.
died once. Okay.
Let me throw a rock now before anyone jumps in, just in case anything fucking goes nutty as soon as something touches the water.
Fair point.
Okay. Let him do the rock.
Now I'm throwing a rock.
Maybe the water's a mimic.
Never trust water.
Maybe the rock he's throwing is a mimic.
Maybe the water and the rock are mimics.
Maybe Zell's a mimic.
Factual. All right. I throw a rock into the water.
All right. As you throw down the rock into the water, you see that 4 shadows begin to surge on the direction of the pound. And the vines up along on the walls try to grapple Zell. DC 16 strength check saving throw for me, please.
Zartos, grab me, buddy.
Bayonet will grab you.
Save me, Tom Cruise.
You have to make this check though.
Save me, Tom Cruise.
Come on, Tom Cruise, you can do it. Yep, you see that the grasping vines go over to him. They begin to restrain him by the tights and grapple his arms and begin to pull him in towards the direction of the pound. What are you guys doing?
And it will just jump in and slash at the vines. He'll activate his rage.
I'm not in the water, dude. I'm up on the shelf still.
Wait, are you?
Yeah, don't jump in.
Okay,
Avoid
I'll
the
not
water.
activate my rage then. I'll not activate my rage and just throw a javelin at the. Can I do that? Throw a javelin at the vine.
You can.
I'll do that then. Javelin.
You throw out
normal.
one of your javelins towards the roots, and you see that as soon as it connects over, they ease on their hold, and you see that they let Zell go. But as that happens, you still notice that 4 mermaid-like creatures approach onto the top. And
Told you
let-
sons of
Extra
bitches
damage,
enough
by the
jump
way,
in.
or extra damage, or
I mean, did you slash through vines? I think they're damaged enough.
fair enough.
All right. Oh,
And you see that they hold out spears on towards your direction, and they speak out in a language that you don't comprehend. They look over to you, and they seem to be very, very aggressive, but they make no motion on towards your way just yet. They just sort of rustle in their spears, point towards you, and you see that they make a four-wing lunging movement like they want you to leave.
I'm going to call out in common and ask if they understand me while holding up my hands in like a peaceful gesture.
You see that apparently they don't comprehend what you say.
Fuck it, kill them all.
All right.
For some reason,
Initiative it is.
my AC is coming up as
Us?
15 instead of 16. I don't know why.
On my end, your AC is 16.
There's 15 for me. Let me just close the sheet, I guess.
So,
No, it's just still
triple
15
dex,
still.
3
Weird.
from Constitution, 1 from Integrated Protection. Yeah, it's 16.
Wait, did you already roll our stuff again?
I normally do, unless you want to roll your initiative.
I'm good. But let me just push in chat so what I see, because it's weird. Because it counts up to 16, but it says it's 15.
Yeah, initiative is the only roll that I just added everyone, and I'll normally always roll.
Alright, whatever.
I think it was more asking because I made an offhanded comment and you rolled initiative and didn't give the rest of them a chance to kind of say what their thoughts were.
Oh. Well, Steam is still in play. Up to you guys. If you don't want to go aggro on this, it's up to you.
That's annoying.
I mean, I would like to try and do a fight where I don't die, so I'm up for it.
Dies instantly. Doesn't get a chance.
Not possible. I'm behind all of you. That can't happen.
Zartos is gonna grab Jericho and throw him in as bait.
Oh my god. That's it. That's the shit. Oh god.
You brought this on yourself.
As I usually do.
Yeah.
Jokes on the monk. I like it. Alright.
Alright, well, Zell's in the way and he's about to get hit first, so let's see. I can't exactly do much.
Bring it, Daddy.
No.
All the way.
Oh, now you speak my language.
Jesus.
Too big.
Ever.
Let's see.
I don't know why it comes up as 15 for me, but not 16 for you.
Yeah, you're definitely 16 on my screen too.
Weird.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 16 now. It fixed itself. That's weird. Huh. Okay,
Oh,
I'm not
use
gonna
your-
question that. I'm not gonna question that. Yeah.
Where is my combat HUD thingy? Argon combat HUD. There we go.
Weird, but okay.
Scale 30%. There we go. So you see that it lunges its spear through towards your direction, tries to hit you and misses. And Bayonet, your turn. What are you doing?
Bayonet gonna activate rage, jump, lunge at this this one, and just slash at it with his magical great axe.
Can't you only use rage once a day?
Twice a day. What's a long rest?
Man, I'm just saying, like, these dudes, you know. There could be many more fights.
So sending a message.
Alright.
Let's sending a message.
And reckless attack, so this is gonna be advantage. Lunge, so I'm gonna jump in and 17 hit.
Hits for sure.
Hits.
And damage. You see you slice along. There's a lot of blood that flows on deep within the water. Still alive.
And I'm gonna activate my what is it? form of the beast I'm going to activate is going to be my tail.
Okay.
So yeah, end turn.
Alrighty. Zell, you up. What are you doing?
With my primary action, I'm going to...
Hmm.
And be sad about it. And then with my bonus action, I'm going to cast Shillelagh, which makes it to where not sure how to make it do it without being an attack on this. So
just do the attack. It's fine.
I don't want to do the attack because it doesn't. It's not an attack yet. It just makes it to where my club is magical, or my quarterstaff is magical, and it uses my charisma instead of strength for melee rolls.
All right.
But I don't know how to give myself the effect.
The effect itself only can happen if you alter the quarterstaff per se. There's no preset macro for it. Not that I know, at least. But I can switch down your quarterstaff to charisma. It's fine.
Cool. Yeah, we'll do that then. Then that's my turn. I cast Shillelagh and I cast Eldritch Blast. Oh, and I move to here because... Oh, never mind. That'll give me an opportunity attack. Never mind. Ignore that. I'm not trying to give that motherfucker free hit.
I mean, I could help with that in case, because I have Interception as my fighting style.
Yeah.
Okay, I move back to there.
All right.
It's only if you
Just
get
keep
hit.
saying it like that, huh?
So 1 hits. Disadvantage. He has no. You're using
Is it
Perception. I think it's disadvantage. I'm not sure. Checking here.
I think you get advantage
Let's see.
from
Interception.
No, I reduced the damage by a D10 plus 2 to a minimum of 0, and I must be wielding a shield or a simple or martial weapon to use this reaction.
Okay. Then I roll damage. Well,
3.
You
Is it roll damage yet, man?
Oh, sorry.
2. So it's stat plus nothing because the creature is lame. So yeah, you put your shielding forward and deflect against it. Though, since he is moving, there's 2 more attacks going his way. That one will miss. And that one will miss. Feel free to move.
It worked out.
The gods are bound for
It's not letting me move, so there you go.
These merfolk over here will move on towards here, getting on top of the rock. It's gonna hold its action, and that's its turn. Zartos, you're up. What are you doing?
Okay. Well, I'm going to kind of move up alongside Bayonet here, get in line.
And you see that as soon as you move forward, spear lunges through towards you and deflect with your shield without your combat stance.
They take opportunity attacks while I'm moving up to them.
Yep, because
held action, I think.
No, he held his action just in case anyone came close.
So yeah, it was held action, not an opportunity attack.
Okay. Was it this one on the side right here?
Yep, the one to the right.
All right. Well, I'm gonna make my point to just stab him.
Stabby stab.
Stabby stab. So here we go. It's just normal. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo.
It's for sure.
That's good. That's good.
With ease.
Okay, so normal damage. 7.
Nice.
I don't have that, do I? I don't think so. So, I will end my turn there.
Mm-hmm. All right. The merfolk will attempt to stab you with his spear. 16 misses, and you see that the creature seems to be frustrated because they can't hit you. Jericho, you're up. What are you doing?
Dies.
I have to move before I can die, but it's coming. All right, so I'm gonna move up. Am I able to get to this one?
No,
This no.
you can't move to towards that spot from either of the positions in front
Just
of
trying
you.
to decide what to put on my pasta.
So it's too far for me to hit this guy.
I do that.
Yeah,
You want that? Do you want butter and olive oil or just
the
olive oil?
reason why you can't see him from your position is because he is in full cover for you.
I can actually see him though.
Only if you don't click on your character, right? If you click on your character, you see you don't have vision. on.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. I guess then I will have to throw a dart since I can't get anybody melee. So. And how do you? I forget. What do you press for target? Is it right click?
T or out click, whatever you prefer. That will miss.
That was.
It's not a hit.
Then
Oh, it hits. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, shitty AC. And that AC almost.
Alright.
All right.
Well.
You throw the dart in the guy's head, and the merfolk falls dead into the water.
Haha, I killed someone instead of dying. It is how it happened. And I'll stop my turn there because I can't do anything else.
All right. Let's see. Following along will be Trelor. Does he have anything ranged wise? He has javelins. Easy throwing javelins into the water though. Because he's not gonna recover then. Yep, he's skipping his turn. The merfolk will go over here and will attack the barbarian at advantage. Hitting him for 9, that descends to 5.
Okay.
She pierces through your flesh and it hurts, opening up a nasty wound on the leg. Your turn, Bayonet.
And
What are you
Bayonet will repay the deed. With this a regular attack.
Okay. Holy shit, 14. Wow. Okay. Yep, you slice through and cut down the
Well,
merfolk's
Bayonet's also
head.
gonna move. He can move. He can move right here.
All right, you're entering the pound then, correct?
I'm entering the pound town. Yes.
All right, just want to check.
This will now be known as the Pound Town Temple.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay. This one dies as Zell throw his mighty Eldritch Blast onto the creature.
All right.
I wish
I'm
basilisks were this easy to kill.
gonna move over this way, and I'm going to attack
Mm-hmm.
this one right there.
They were for Bayonet.
Hold on. Oop. It's
Thanks.
there we go. So, spear at normal roll. That'll definitely hit. 8 damage. And I'm also going to use Shieldmaster Shove to
Drown her?
well, I kind of want to shove her. I really want to shove her prone, but
All right.
If you shove a pro and it's in water and it makes it to where me and
Yep. He's gonna learn that now. You see that as you attempt to shove her back onto the water, you see that due to her being on her natural terrain, she can't be put prone. So water, air, all that sort of stuff. If the creature is on its natural terrain, it can't be put prone.
all right. Well, if that's the case, then I'm going to use my action surge,
All right.
and now
Mm-hmm.
I will use a hit with a spear.
Go for it.
you will not.
I will not.
That looks so much like 19 to me.
I know it's weird, but in any case, that is all.
All right.
I pass my turn.
Jericho.
It's the Merfolk's turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh.
Yes,
It
it
is.
is.
All right. Well, since you are so grateful on your strike, might as well strike against you. And yep, that will hit. You see that she lunges her spear towards you under the shield and gets you on the leg for 7 damage. Scratching you up. In Jericho, now is your turn.
All right. I will move up a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then, but I can't move close enough to hit her with a melee attack. Am I close enough?
I mean, you're diagonally.
Yeah.
You
Well,
are.
I'll-
In
yeah,
theory,
that's
if you
fine.
enter there, if you are on the water, sure, you
Mhm.
can.
Okay.
Because that's
Then-
where is on the water. Just so you know.
Okay. Yep. And then, 1 second. I am going to try and hit her with my quarterstaff.
Mm-hmm.
Does 11 hit?
You forgot to
11
target.
Hits.
I've
11
got the little-
hits.
I've got the little things over it. It says it's targeting.
That's true.
Seven damage. Am I wrong? It's not targeting on it.
You are yellow. So yeah, apparently it is. But how are you rolling?
I'm rolling from my sheet.
Okay, you go over to Yoshida and you do what?
I press on the inventory under quarterstaff. I press attack.
Okay, instead of doing that, press on the black die that appears.
Okay. Okay.
Try that.
Like that.
There you go.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Same amount of damage. And then I'm gonna use a key point. Is it dead?
It is. It is very
Okay.
bad.
Never mind. Then I will not use a key point.
And as that happens, and Bayonet and you guys are about to leave the water, you notice that the water begins to shambles around. Whoosh, and then a water elemental surges. And we go in for round 3. On Bayonet.
I told you motherfuckers to never trust the water.
As it will attempt to do a whelm on Bayonet as soon as it surges.
Oh, what? Sorry.
Well,
It begins to form against itself into a sort of water tornado.
Yeah, I get advantage on this because I'm in rage.
Yep, you do. It can't restrain you, but you take half or nothing. Let's see. On a failure, so no, doesn't take nothing if you succeed. And Bayonet, your turn, bro. What are you doing?
Reckless attack. It's gonna hit this single high mat with great axe.
Go for it.
Ooh, there it
18
is.
damage.
Okay, 18 damage. Ouch. Very well.
back in your hole, bitch.
End turn.
Zell, what are you doing?
What do I always do? Nothing.
I love that animation. You missed yourself though, so that's good.
Yeah. Oops. By the way, if you see the carousel up at the top, when it's your turn, you can click the little arrow next to Dragonlords thing that points to the right, and that's how you move to the next person's turn.
Mm-hmm.
You guys just click end turn in the combat tracker.
Or that.
Is that another one?
Nope. I'm just trying to do
Okay,
understand why my token replacer is not working, but I'm gonna do the elemental turn for now.
Where's the end turn button?
It only pops up when it's your turn.
Okay. That would make sense.
And I have advantage on that, don't I? Won't need. Never mind.
Yeah. What it hits anyway. So I take 8 damage.
Ooh.
You do. You take 8 damage. And I'm swinging again, brother. For a nat 20,
Okay.
of course.
Can I
Or do less damage.
can I intercept as well?
Oh, actually, I can. Oh, it's not going to help anyway. Can I intercept the first attack with my beast thing?
I believe so. What your beast thing do? And yes, Zartos, you can because it's a creature 5 foot of you. So
Okay.
So basically, let me just post this info. I'm going to do my tail, which is basically I roll 1d8 and add it to my armor class against this one attack as a reaction.
Well, I don't think. Oh well, first attack. Okay, yeah.
can see.
Yeah.
To attack roll.
It's the last
Use
one.
your reactions to swipe your tail. Roll a d8, applying a bonus to your AC equal to the number rolled, potentially causing the attack to miss.
Doesn't matter because it's gonna miss it anyway. So I get the 8 damage health back.
I'm gonna allow you to do that next time on your turn, not backtracking that.
That's fair. Okay, but I can do it as reaction in the future, right?
You can.
If I do it
for
properly.
Sure.
I forgot I had that. So yeah.
I'm gonna lessen the crit hit of it. So I'm gonna lessen it by 7.
Okay.
So it only does-
8. Yeah, he takes 7 back. All right, there you go.
Did I have the 7 back, or you got it already?
Already did. Yeah. And Zartos, what are you doing, brother?
Alrighty then, we are going to be hitting this boy with a spear attack,
Go for it.
as is my wand. Ugh, not good. Not good at all. Yeah, I don't think I can do much else. I will be then ending turn with that.
All right. So that's me.
Got a scratch.
I will move to the side here. And then I'm going to try and hit him with my quarterstaff.
Okay, go for it.
Nice.
Oh,
And then I'm going to flurry of blows to do 2 unarmed attacks.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then the other on.
Ooh.
I was doing so well. And then that'll end my turn.
Very well.
Where's it say? I don't see where the end.
he already skipped you.
Okay, cool.
And Trelor will come over here. And he will strike with his new halberd +1. That I forgot to add modifiers, but I'm doing it now. Wrong person.
Ooh.
19 hits. You guys see that the Dragonborn lunges his halberd through, piercing over Bayonet's shoulder towards the water, and the hit connects, and that's his turn. Your
And
turn.
I'm gonna
brother.
reckless attack again.
Go for
Attack
it.
again. So advantage.
Wow.
Do we have any healing people? We don't.
I have healing. What do you need?
I have healing just for
Oh.
myself.
Bayonet will end this turn because I can do anything else.
All right, Zell.
Do you need healing? I normally try and save it for when you're about to hit the floor.
I'm good for now. I'm just wondering if I have healing of any sort.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. If I die, you can heal me.
That's kind of my go-to, so I just get you off the floor. Fuck me.
Wham. Nope.
Wham.
All right. Holy fucking shit.
Not feeling whelmed, are we?
I'm feeling pretty well.
Wah.
We're all kind of throwing ones, except for that one crit he got.
All right, no issue.
Would you say he's feeling underwhelmed?
Oh my goodness.
Oh
My
God.
lord, he totally is.
Underwhelmed indeed.
I am whelmed.
Your turn, Zartos.
Oh my lord. All right. Well,
I just felt like
we're-
making the Young Justice joke.
All right. Let's. Yikes. Misses. All right. Well, that's it for me. Go ahead, Jericho.
All right, quarterstaff it again.
Go for it.
So you won't.
And then
Not
I don't want to use another. I only have 3 key points, so I'll key point again. I get them on short rests, so 2 more unarmed strikes.
That is considering you guys are gonna take a long rest. Oh
There we
boy,
go.
nat 20.
All right.
9 damage.
Right. Yeah, that reduces to 5 because monks unarmed strikes only are magical on level 6. So.
No,
you
no,
go to
because of my
quarterstaff or-
tattoo, they are magical.
Oh, that is right. That is right.
And then 19 hits as well.
Yeah. You applied that again, 10.
Can I borrow some of your crits?
Hmm?
Can I borrow some of your crits?
If only, because my crits don't do all that much damage.
All right. Tralur will strike again.
You have to die embarrassingly in your first session to then get crits in the next session.
No, I'm the first in the second session that you weren't here for. I kept critting, so I got like 2 crits in like 2 turns.
Again, he lunges the halberd through in between the fighter and the barbarian, and it hits.
Pretty fun.
You guys, what are you doing?
How does it look, by the way?
You see
Like
that
It's a thing of water. It's not really bleeding. It just looks
yeah,
watery.
I'm
you
gonna
see
continue
that
doing
it's
what I'm doing.
it seems to be
That.
deaccelerating. You see that the flow of the body seems to be deaccelerating. That's what you see.
Does anybody have any cold breath that wants to freeze him?
What kind of Dragonborn Triller?
I haven't landed a single hit on this dude.
Bear in my memory, his breath weapon is lightning, so I'm not 100% certain it's the best bet right now, because 3 of you are in the water. So
That's a fair point.
Yeah, I'm only good for defense at this moment.
Trailer casts lightning breath.
there we go.
Oh dear.
Come on, baby.
Don't sound so excited.
Whelm those whelms. Oh,
Hey, advantage on the saving throw.
you are.
Oh.
You are saving. I'm not doing this for you. 100%.
Oh, so okay. I gotta do what is it?
Strength save. DC 15.
Strength save.
Yep.
He
Okay.
just passed the 25.
That was bayonet.
Oh. Well,
The monk has as
me.
well.
Ooh.
Quam. Ah,
17.
well,
Let's go.
there we go. The monk takes 11, and he is in the middle of the water elemental now.
I'm inside you.
He is.
if we hit the water elemental, do we then hit Jericho?
You'll have to find out.
Game
So
if you're
wait,
game.
do the rest of
It's
us
fine. I
take
pay
half?
extra for that.
Oh god.
Do the rest of us
Hey.
take half that then?
Sorry, say
No, we
again.
don't take any. I don't think we take any.
From the well, I meant.
No damage.
Okay, cool.
It's only if you're
That's
pulled inside of the water elemental. Zartos.
So this means that Jericho's feeling overwhelmed.
By the way, if you guys are really doing this, I just want to remember that it's $500 extra life, each extra life. So.
I thought you said you couldn't be bribed.
Listen,
It's
I
not
already
a-
have a new
He's
character
not
role
being-
because of
He's
last
not
week.
being bribed. He's not being bribed. He's setting his offer on the table. That's what
The
he's doing.
standing offer.
Don't worry, I have a backup character, knife.
Okay, so all right. Can I do this actually? Can I potentially.
Oh, God.
Use my Shield Master shove
Mm-hmm.
to shove Jericho out of the whirlpool.
If he's a willing creature, yes, you can.
Jericho, you want to get smacked with a shield?
Yes, Daddy.
All right.
I was really hoping he'd say no.
Let me just check one thing real quick.
Just don't do too much damage. I am still a squishy monk.
Yeah, while grappled and inside the water elemental, he's considered in full cover. You can't do that.
Yeah. All right. Well, he's considered in full cover,
Yes.
But it's water.
and
Yeah.
yet if I attack him, I could hit him.
It's water hurts.
I already told you.
Have you
You
not been
don't
hit by
know
it?
that. So.
Well, okay. Well, considering full cover, I would assume that he doesn't get hurt.
My stances on waterboarding have greatly changed.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Just do it.
Do it.
So wait. There's okay. Can I actually try and halt the whirlpool that is going right underneath him with my shield? Like, use it as like a dam to block the flow of the current?
It would be the same as pulling him over. That would be an athletics check against the water elemental. So yes, you can.
That would be a athletics check.
Yep.
Okay.
We're doing it? Then we're doing it. 21.
Shit.
That's
I don't think you made it.
Oh,
All right. That doesn't
you're
work
too
too well.
overwhelmed. Got pulled in.
I doubt it.
Nope. I don't use Fable Shards, but this is definitely something I would do if I used.
All right. Does that count as my action for this turn?
It does.
All right. Go ahead, Jericho.
All right, bro. You're inside the thing. You think that you're sort of in there. It's all surrounding on you. You're holding out your breath the best you can. You're inside the thing. You're grappled and restrained. You can still attack while inside of it at disadvantage. So it's up to you.
Can I use Step of the Wind to try and jump out of it?
I believe Step of the Wind on this situation would not help you on this. It's
Okay.
either acrobatics or athletics. Actually, let me see if you can do acrobatics for this. Then the creature has to... No, strength only. Yeah, it's a
Of
strength
course,
only.
and I have a -1 to strength.
Yeah, it's strength
I
only.
believe in you. You can do it.
You can
Um,
roll a disadvantage to attack or straight strength.
yeah, I'm gonna try and attack because I'm a -1 at strength. So
Go for it.
let's see how this goes.
Hits.
Very
Well,
good.
fuck.
Sure.
That's a really good roll.
Nice.
How do you like me fucking you from the inside?
Wait a minute.
Oh my
Sir,
God.
please. There are children
This
here.
is. If I had a nickel for every time someone inside a water element was attacked from the inside that water element, I have 2 nickels, which is weird to happen twice in this game.
I really am tempted to use my last key point, but I won't. So we'll move next.
All right.
Something similar happened with the water weird in the second game, I think. I think it was water weird at least.
You guys know you're causing a lot of noise, right? So any cover you had is at peace right now. And first miss for the paladin. You're up, Barbarian. What are you doing?
Well, you know what I'm gonna do.
Then do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Okay, that's it. End turn. Do I hit
Nope.
Jericho?
Neither of you hit Jericho. Go for it, Sal.
Come on. Yeah!
There you go.
I did a thing.
You did a thing.
Ooh, spicy.
All right.
I probably shouldn't have ended my turn
There you
still behind
go,
him.
baby.
Damn.
And it's gonna move forward, drag along him, and it's gonna aim. Ow! 4 of you now.
Could it
I
do
think
that?
they don't need to breathe.
Come on. Yeah, I know, I'm not getting bayonet. I already know that. Let's see the fighter. Nope.
Not getting the fighter.
Does that mean I get to pop out?
Nope.
Well, then why'd you ask for the throw?
To do
That's the
damage on
damage.
you.
Oh, okay.
All right. It gets to allure and moves back to where it was.
Hey, buddy.
That's your attack on $1.
All right.
I
That
mean-
will be. Bum.
Weren't we the two that were petrified too?
Yeah, exactly the same situation.
Am I able to intercept for Trelure for the damage, or is that not
No,
a thing?
on a saving throw,
No?
no. Only on an
Okay.
attack roll. All right,
Okay.
Zartos, you're up. What are you doing?
I'm getting tired of this damn thing, honestly.
The
The
dumb,
done
dirty dude.
All right, come on, buddy.
Oh God, come on, man.
That hits. That's good. Normal damage. 6. I
I
hit.
was
That,
looking at this point. Oh, sorry.
I hit, so that's fine for me.
You up, Jericho? What are you doing, bro?
I just realized that my quarterstaff does less damage because it's not magical, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'm gonna go unarmed strike because at least it's magical. So I just had that thought.
Go for it.
At disadvantage, home slice.
Oh. Yep.
Oh boy.
Roll another.
Should I roll one more and just whatever the lowest is?
Yep.
Okay.
And yep, that will miss. Second
Well, dang.
strike. At disadvantage.
Can I do a second strike without using a key point? Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can.
Yeah, because I'm a
you can.
monk.
You
yeah,
only need to use it if you're using 3 strikes.
Okay, that's right. I forgot. I'm monk. Monk doing monk things.
Oh,
Ooh,
that
that
was
poor
Lost
crit.
at that 20. But yeah, you hit.
Man,
Still
so
hit,
many
though.
gnats. All right, and that'll be it.
So now you're fisting him from the inside?
Oh
I am-
my God.
That's enough out of you.
So
Oh my!
necessary.
There is not a gutter big enough to put your mind in, so you
I-
might as
that
well
was-
get out.
I didn't say the first one. The first one was Jericho.
It's fine. He's water. He's well lubed.
See?
Listen, I said nothing every time you guys said anything about blowing a horn. So you.
I would. Whatever.
Wait.
It's Trelure's turn.
This is a Christian game, and I expect you to respect it.
This is far
Well,
from a Christian.
well, I'm a gay Jew, so that's not going to work for me.
Is he roll
Just-
disadvantage as well?
Huh?
So,
Yeah, he rolls from disadvantage as well.
does he? He's
inside with you.
He's
Yeah,
inside with me.
I forgot about it. My bad. I am out of mode by now. It's not 2:30,
Yeah.
midnight 30. So he misses. And Bayonet, your turn. What are you doing, bro?
You know what? You know the deal by now. Still hit though. 10. How's he looking, by the way?
Damn. Like water. Still.
Like, did he look less sturdy or less like?
You see that the water pressure seems to be very slow by now. Like it's holding 10 only because of the Urwind. So that's what you have in
Okay.
for information.
Just one check.
Do it
So,
again.
what are you doing?
There you go.
I did 5 damage.
You did 5 damage. All right.
Does it add the damage automatically?
Nope.
Forget. Oh, okay.
No, because it's magic
Right.
damage.
Oh, yeah.
I just
I
rolled a
did tell
2,
if that matters.
so
Oh, yeah, fair.
Let's go. I already have you choose, so let's try to at least get the barbarian. Holy shit, my rose. Holy shit, my rose. My rose were exactly the same. Why? Alright. 2 strikes launch through. None of 10 hits. Zartos, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try that stopping the whirlpool thing again with my shield. So that's an athletics check, you said.
Yeah. Just remember you are basically pulling 1 of 10 out by doing this, not both.
just kill it
I'm doing
and get them both out.
All right. Okay, never mind. I guess I'll spear. I won't spear. Go
Why
ahead.
would you listen to me?
What am I supposed to do? All right, I can't do one thing and I can't do the other thing very well. So what am I supposed to do?
Punch.
Eight.
You just see Jericho Aquaman out of the deal.
Yeah, I just imagine Jericho's inside of it, being like, "You useless motherfuckers! I'll get myself out."
This is you. Why were you so much more useful when I was petrified? I'm just in water now.
Exactly.
My god.
If I die again, my father will not allow this.
My father will heal this. My father will heal this.
He's not going to save me twice in a day.
Yeah, it hasn't even been 24 hours, has it?
It hasn't.
Nope.
I may lose power. Lightning is right above me, so if I dip out all of a sudden, that's what happened.
Yep. And Jericho tries to slices inside of it again and misses.
Jericho
Go
doesn't
for it.
slice anything.
Oh, Trelor, my bad.
I've successfully fisted.
Oh my god. I'm not even going to comment on this point.
If it's really
Hey.
if it's really bothering you, I'll stop. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Someday I will hit this barbarian.
You did once.
God.
Mm.
Alright. Let me get this over with. Go, mighty whirlwind power.
I opportunity, he moved.
No, he did not. Now, fail your saves. Holy shit! A 1 and a 20. What
Finally.
the fuck?
All right.
No, I
here we
rolled
go
20 still.
Holy
Let's go.
shit,
Let's go.
man.
Oh man. Damn.
And
Besides the
Jericho
monk, the melee
is
fighters are doing
out.
great. Oh dear.
Bayonet's body's just chugging, like it's chugging like a steam and smoke as it goes along, like it's like an automotive or train engine.
Saves. All right.
Like you know how a train kind of like
The monk,
old-
you
old
guys
train,
see
yeah.
that the monk begins to swing around inside of the water elemental, and he begins to choke. and he's unconscious.
Jericho, don't
Zartos.
Jericho.
Can I try and reach in and grab Jericho to
You
yank
can.
him out? Okay, what do I have to do for that?
Athletics contested check against the elemental.
Okay. Got a 19.
Yep, you get him out. You pull him over.
I'm gonna drag him and just kind
Boom.
of toss him back towards Zell.
But I'm dead already.
Yeah, and Zell has healing.
Death save.
Don't roll 1.
Is there somewhere on the sheet specifically for death saves, or
Yeah,
Yeah.
you go over to your character sheet and you see there a white skull on top of your avatar.
it? I don't see a white skull. It's just red.
Okay, do a 1d20 and I will add the result. Click on the d20 die below the chat.
1 sec. What is going? What is going? That is not what.
Nope.
Where's my d20? There we go. 1d20.
Oh my god!
boys,
Alright, Jericho.
good.
You for a moment remember down your rage and anguish against your father. You don't want to be resurrected by him again on such a short span of time. And then on this rage, you raise your footsteps on and you're back onto the game. Your turn. What are you doing?
I will fist you to death.
And suddenly gets whelmed instantly.
He's gonna
God.
get whelmed again.
Oh my goodness, there he goes.
2d4. 7 damage.
And
How much damage has this guy been dealt so far?
100 something.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this guy's been taking a lot of damage.
And misses.
Okay, there's not much I can do. It's I'm gonna get whelmed again, but okay.
Let's see. I'll up to Trelor now. Yep. He misses. And Bayonet. Let's see if you can get the
Okay.
kill. Hits. Yeah, you slash your great axe through and then the water stops moving. End of combat.
Bayonet grasped his axe with both arms and just screamed at the sky. Or top of the cavern, rather.
All right.
Pull the cavern down on us, you
Not yet.
mangle.
I'm very, very hurt. Ow.
And now that this is all done, I start casting shape water and create a bridge to walk across.
Are you kidding me right now?
What?
Which shape water? Let's
Hold on, let me. It's in my spellbook. Give me a second.
You instantly move otherwise through flow of water to your direct, up to 5 feet in any direction. This movement doesn't have enough force to cause damage. You cause water to form into simple shapes.
You
in
could have
animated
froze the
direction.
water.
You freeze the water until you provide there is no structure. It will increases within an hour. So yeah, he can actually froze a small 5-foot cube of waters all the way up onto the other side. Yep, he can do that.
And then I just start walking across casually.
Yep.
Why don't you do that to start with?
You guys jumped in.
Bayonet just exasperated. Okay. Bayonet's just gonna walk over.
Yeah.
No, does anything else trouble us as we walk over?
Yeah, we're locked with movement right now. Still, we're in combat.
Ah.
It's my turn. Yeah, end turn. Sorry.
there you go.
Anything else we can turn it out, or is that it for now?
I mean,
for
I'm
now-
pretty much dead.
I think we should
For
rest a little.
now, yeah. And you guys can take a short rest. There is no relevant handle encounters on this.
Hold on. If we're
Um,
taking a short rest, I'm going to do this real quick.
Before we
Okay.
take a short
Yeah.
rest, I'm going to use my second wind ability.
Sure. And as you guys do that, before, well, you guys are very close to the end encounter area of the Mossy Temple. So, do you guys wanna take a short break?
I
Then-
just 11 healing to Jericho with my first cure wounds,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to cast cure wounds a second time
Mm-hmm.
since I get all my casts back on a short rest.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take a short rest. Roll.
Nice.
And,
Then
alright.
I will just short rest just to get my key back.
Back to full health.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Benefit of Warlock is I get all my spellcast back on a short rest. Downside is I only get 2 a day. Or 2 without a rest.
All right. So, how are you guys feeling for this? Do you wanna break or do you wanna move along?
I'm fine either way. I could get some water, but I'm also on wireless headphones, so I can get water while we're doing stuff. So whichever way.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a drink, but I'm also on wireless headphones, so I'll be right back. Anyways.
All right. Then,
Also gonna grab a drink.
if 2 are out, we are taking 10. See you guys in
All right.
field.
See you in 10.
Yeah. And I'll be
Ah. All right, checking people. I see Jericho is here. Zell is here.
Yep.
Starduster is here. Krieg.
I'm back.
All right. We're waiting for Krieg then. Right, did I? Let me do one more. There we go. Short rest. Everyone short rested.
The lightning over my house is just getting like insane. I can't believe it hasn't gone away yet.
Alright, so let's see where you guys are right now. So to the right in there, you have the access to continue over to the north. Have the dryads. Right, everything I need.
So much blood in the water.
So much blood indeed, my brother. Will eventually be washed away by the purity of the water.
Erase your Benedict Cumberbatch with another Benedict Cumberbatch.
What?
There's a GIF war going on. Hey.
Alright, Krieg is typing. Krieg, you with us? Just crunching. Alright, very well. So getting yourselves back onto it, fellas. You see a division to the left and to the right on taking sideways on across another pound, and the river flow onto your left side. Where you prefer to move to is the question.
I would like to point out, if we'd have gone to the side that smelled like flowers, we probably wouldn't have fought a water elemental.
Now we're closer to our objective.
I'm in the back, so I can't see anything. So I'm just following y'all.
I think I have light still on, so
Yeah, I can. I'm bright. Bright. Looks like there's stuff over here.
it looks like there's a path over here as well. Either way, I can create a.
All right, Bayonet, as you approach over to this area, you notice what seems to be a young satyr that seems to be on here by the area. You notice that he seems to be picking up some flowers as you look on towards. You see that he looks very young. He hold out what seems to be a simple rose. His nails seems to be made out, and he looks at you with how can I say this? A very innocent expression, like he never saw such a creature before, and he say, "Oh, I'm awestruck. What
Man's
is
got a
such
beard. How young is he?
magnificence?" You believe he most likely is something on the ages of 40 in Fey years. So he's really young, like 14, 15 years old in human years. You see that he looks on towards you, fellas, and then he says, "Well, what is such divine being over to this area? What are you? Who are all of you?"
Bayonet kind of looks at Zartos. Or
I don't say a word, and I just start freezing water and creating a bridge to walk across.
You see
well, basically,
that as you're doing
we're kind of heroes of the.
that, he begins to find out a tune among his pen pipes, and animatedly,
Get him. He's a bard.
he says, "What a marvelous destiny unfolds upon all of us! What is this? Heroes come on to fight Demetria, all over onto the temple and restore down the woe of ages."
Which direction is this? Sorry, up, north.
Sorry, say again.
Bayonet's asking what direction he meant. He didn't know how to hear that. North.
You see that he says, "Where this could be indeed, O great hero. Let me ask you, what came you here for? What do you seek among this old temple?"
We're looking for the daughter of old scout, the king's friend. She was lost somewhere in this region.
"Oh, you can't mean Corina. Corina is our friend. We always help her out by forging out an salient on the woods and stealing her from her father a few times on for each month. You know, we want to pass some time together and get ourselves in around onto this." And you see that he begins to crunch up a little over his bird and say, "Well, if you're seeking Corina, you find her down south. But if you're seeking Demetria, she most likely will be up on towards the northern area, completing down her ritual of sacrifice to Luteria."
So here's my question. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna ask. Do you know? Actually, while we're here, did you see did she have this weird horn thing? Like not horn thing, but like a like horn. I mean like dragon horn thing.
Oh, a dragon horn fully made out of silver. Yes, indeed. I think it was something called the Horn of Balmitria.
Yes.
It was the thing she was going to use as offer to Luteria.
Yeah, we should probably stop her from using that because we kind of need that.
So here's my question.
Mhm.
You guys helped her out by stealing her away from her dad, but you somehow managed to kill her fiance in the process?
Fiance?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean him? No, he was killed by Demetria and her followers. We only helped the girl. The boy came looking after her a few hours later, and then he got killed by Demetria and her followers. We mean her no harm. You can, like I said, find her down onto the southern pound. She most likely is playing up a game with the goatlings.
Thank you. What's your name, sir?
You see that as you ask his name, his cheeks begin to bright a tint of red, and he says, "Well, I am Lorius. You can call me the Love Struck. For love and admiration is everything to me."
Can we do insight to see how truthful he is with what he's saying?
He is being truthful.
Okay. Then I guess we go to stop the horn from being blown because the daughter isn't in the type of danger we thought she was.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. Let's go figure out this person that's potentially harming the daughter, because if we go get her and then we wind up getting ambushed with her in tow, it's just going to make it a harder fight.
Mm-hmm. You said she's to the north?
That is correct.
I guess north we go. Thank you.
Would you be interested in showing us the way?
You can come over to the flow of the river in here if you proceed on along swimming, or if you take on to the other side across the pound, you reach on the same destiny. I believe this large hawk, and he points on towards the rock in here, will block your way. So unless you can figure out a way to move out the rock out of the way, most likely you're not going towards that path. Haha.
I would like to go investigate the rock.
Very well. You see that the hawk, since you had crumbled over from the ceiling, so this thing completely blocked out the way from where it is right now. There's some debris over that from the fell ceiling as well. So this thing is 100% not moving unless you guys take a lot of work in caving the way in.
Is there sand on the water here?
Sand.
Like along the
there is
regular
dirt,
sand.
but sand no.
Does the dirt have gravel in it?
I would say no.
What's down here, by the way?
You go over onto the south, and as you approach, you see what seems to be the sound of people talking on down to the south, something, a language you don't truly understand, and you hear out in common what seems to be a slightly low female tuned voice, which says, "This game is dumb. I don't want to partake on this game. You boys do it." And like was disclosure by the satyr, apparently it's the woman playing around with Gotland people.
So there's gravel here from where this rock kind of fell down, right?
Yes.
So I would like to use shape water, combine it with that gravel to create like a moving whirlpool that acts almost like a drill to get through this rock.
Okay, that will. The cantrip spell per se don't have that enough strength to do it. I would say that it would need a higher level spell, such as the 50th level version of it, to do what you're asking. You know, destroying down something actually solid down the way. You can do that, but it will take a lot of time. You can keep doing it for a time, but it will take like an hour or two before you actually destroy something with the strength that the cantrip provides you with.
What do you guys think? You want to wait an hour, or do you want to try and find another way through?
Could we like try to move our way through? Could we, like punch down the wall?
You can try destroying everything. You are not sure if it might not collide, and you know, maybe more thing will fall over to you and you have a dirtier situation. You can always try. It's up to you guys.
I mean, I'm trying to think about swimming.
It is a
I mean,
possibility
there's no
as
need to
well.
swim.
The current is strong too.
Okay.
Just want to remember the satyr already gave you guys an option to turn around the area.
Yeah, that's my thought too. Is if we went back this way.
There's also no need to swim. I could literally just create a floating block of ice that we just floated on.
Why not go
But
this way? Look, there's a path this way. Actually, where Bayonet is.
But the thing is, you're gonna do that against the current. Like you can do it 5 foot at a time, but the current would blow away the ice that you form down below.
Sure, but we just create a floating block and then we could like. Nah, never mind. I don't want to.
Bayonet would suggest going the way that like is over here where my cursor is, because there's like
Well, the satyr didn't say we could go that way.
Yeah.
What's this way?
Over here, you
tier?
guys see a large pound. You see that there is less strain on the current because it's coming from only one side, and the river is flowing on along this direction. So there is less strain of current around this area, but it's descending down on towards the river you guys saw before.
What about this little path here to the right and north?
That's where the current from the waterfall is coming from. So that one is as strong as the other you saw.
Okay, well, it's up to you guys. Do you want to go up current, or just take the long way boot?
Actually,
Actually,
Can we make like a ledge on this side of the
from here to here.
here to here? Yeah, could like make I'm thinking. Actually,
Do you have a plank or something to do that
no, no,
spot?
not there, not there. I was talking about over here, or I can't see.
From here to
Never mind.
here.
No, over here. I was gonna say over here, but
Over
like
here. So
like
this
make
area, this area is a river with strong current. So
well, I was gonna say make ice on the side that we could grab onto, and then go up and then kind of like scoot across the wall.
So like grab like anchor the ice to the wall.
it would be a possibility.
Yes.
It is something that you guys can do, but the structure would be fragile. So depend on how much weight would it be pressured over to the ice. If it's someone as light as the monk, for example, or Zell without his armor, sure. But you guys over, unlikely.
Okay, yeah, let's just. I don't know. You guys want to take the long way?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's probably best for right now.
Is this water
We
deep
act-
here?
Yeah, this water is some 20 feet deep, but it's still. So you can do the trick if you desire.
Up.
So let's do the trick to get over here.
Can I throw a rock into the water?
You can.
Throwing a rock into the water.
You throw the rock into the water, you see it goes, it's 20 feet deep down below, and nothing happens.
And I look down and see if I see anything in the water.
As you look on down below, you see that the water seems to be basically still water down there. It's still clear somehow, though, so most likely maintenance down by the merfolks. As you look on deep within the area, there's earth, some stones down the path, and that's about it. There seems to be no creatures underneath.
Okay.
You form up the bridge of ice with your cantrip, I assume?
Yeah, yeah. Is the satyr coming with us?
Yes, he is. He's
Okay,
coming along.
right. What's his name again?
Lodius or something like that.
The love struck something or other.
Lorius, yes.
Glorious.
Glorious.
What's up, Glorious?
Oh, nothing.
Glorious.
I accompany down your mighty tale to have something to tell down my friends in the future.
What? How dangerous is this person that we're getting ready to run into?
Oh, Demetria? Not at all. She's quite a nice person, really.
But she killed your friends.
Oh, she don't like humans. She treat us Fey people well, though.
So if
would I count as a Fey person?
As you approach, hold up. Let me do a pause in here and put the scene onto it. Finish asking your question.
If we get into a conflict with this person and it turns violent and something happens to them, are the Fey people going to be necessarily mad at us?
Well, I for certain wouldn't be, but I can't say for everyone. My friends all have their own personas and minds, you know?
Sure, I get that, but generally, is she well regarded by your people?
Sorry, say again. Normally has information what?
Normally, is she well regarded by your people? Like, is she in high standing, like, well liked?
Well, she's the ruler over the temple. She holds out a lot of like from the local Jigan up on north. There's a Dragonlord that has been controlling down the region of the plains for a long time now, and deeper on within the woods, there's also an ancient Hydra that is under his control. So I would say that considering she is on his likes, most likely people will, don't tag along on well with her, would be in a lot of trouble. But in regards to our people, I would say they would not make ill of person that hurt a person that would hurt Demetria. It would be just another ruler that died. You know, it comes and goes.
All right, so gentlemen, before we go in and box this bitch, do you want to try and handle it diplomatically?
You can try, but she doesn't seem like a nice person, and she also is trying to steal a thing we kind of need and take it to a dark god. So that's kind of not helpful.
I can't imagine that diplomacy is going to work with her.
Yeah. Also, she seemed like she kidnapped a bunch of kids as well, which doesn't help. It's just the vibe I'm getting.
Zartos?
I'm down for whatever.
Well, what are your opinions? Do you think we should try diplomacy or?
I am better at action than I am for words. However, I am neither against nor for the attempt for diplomacy.
All right.
He's taking this. Yeah.
As you approach on towards the area, you see that the Dryad holds her hands up high on towards a great altar dedicated to Luteria. She seems to hold in woe as she says, "O great mother of dreams, cow upon to your blessing I give you the legendary horn of Baumitria that is here on to foresee all woes of the world." And you see that she is about to conclude her ritual. What are you guys doing?
We're going to fight her, right?
Yeah, I mean, if she's about to sack the thing that we want, I don't think diplomacy is going to hold.
Can I try to throw the firebomb I have at her, but also like, she's a dryad, try to like made of wood or something?
Up to you. What do you want to do?
Can I try to throw it at an angle where it doesn't hurt the
Throwing a what?
horn, but it does the fire? Remember the firebomb I made last session with the mushroom thing?
You can. You remember that only goes 20 feet, right? It's the same
The
as a flame
explosion's 20
flask.
feet.
Yeah,
Explosion's
the
20 feet.
explosion
I'm
is 20
throwing
feet.
it.
You can throw it up to 20 feet as well. That's the thing.
So let's see. Where's she? Right here.
I believe you can throw it here or here. Yeah, you can get those two. And the explosion radius is 10 feet. Just want to remember. You can throw it up to 20. The radius is 10 feet, so you can get these three.
I'll throw it right here. I'll throw it right here on this guy.
All right.
Well, if you moved up to like right here before throwing it, you could get it.
Yeah, but if he as soon as you guys enter down the scene, it comes to an action, and that's it. If he moves, and then initiative rolls.
I'm gonna throw it. Is anyone opposed to me just throwing it right here? And I can still hit all. If I throw it like
6
right
seconds.
here, that still hits.
I say
right
do
here.
it.
I'm throwing it right here.
I
I'm
say do
throwing it
it.
right here. Throwing it on this guy.
All right.
Targeted. What do I do?
I do. So that's a DC 13 dex save for all 3 of them.
All 4 of them actually. 'Cause I think they're
yeah,
all
the
in,
Dryad
the same
also
range.
gets it. So what's the dex save for this folk? That's 4. That's 2. So I'm gonna roll the Dryad separately. 2. The Dryad gets it full, and the 3 of them. One gets it as well. So roll the damage for me.
What I roll?
That's 2d6 fire.
Okay.
So 6. 2 less 3 less 6 less 3 and less 6.
Oh, I thought you were wonder with a fire. Oh, well.
Yeah, that was pretty underwhelming, but
All right, you throw down the fire crystal. It explodes. Poof! on towards them, and you see that they hold woes on towards you guys as the Dryad Demetria goes within her view on towards your way and says, "Ah ha ha ha, you heroes! You cannot detain me from completing down the ritual to my mother. The great Luteria shall hold out her prayers and blessings down to me before the end of the day, and all of you shall be offered as tribute." Let's roll initiative. And let's see. Alright. This Maniad over here. How its moody attack works. He's gonna go here. Look to Zardos. And you see Zardos that he begins to swiftly dances around on his place as he attempts to call in the wind onto you. Do a charisma save for me. Holy shit.
He's charismatic as fuck.
He is.
I've got 0 modifier on this
And you
shit.
see that the wind holds itself around you. Is still. Oh, it's every creature he can see within 30 feet where the wind blows. So actually it gets more people. Hold up.
Okay, guess we're all rolling saves then, right?
There we go. I already sent the request for all of you.
Oh,
Saves.
Just 14 pass? Yeah, thank
Pass.
God.
Pass. Only missing Zell. And pass. Alright.
Sorry,
So-
I was grabbing my drink. I
That's
left it in my bathroom.
The wind passes over all of you like a swift breeze and nothing happens.
So refreshing.
And this one will do the same.
Oh, is it not like a if you succeed you're immune to 24 hours thing?
No.
Mm-mm. Not on
Oh,
this
shit.
case.
Well, I failed.
Gonna roll your
Wait, do I have
affecting
inspiration
if
from last session?
I believe you do.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay, go for it. Saves, nice one. And again, another swift, calm breeze passes over
Wait,
you
didn't
guys.
Jericho get the inspiration from last run?
I think I had one saved because I didn't use it during. What did? I think I had
Okay.
one saved. Oh wait, no, I used. Maybe you've used that.
I don't remember.
Yeah, you know what? You gave it to me last session, so
I
I,
did.
will give
Yeah,
you.
I
I
did,
will.
yeah.
I
So use this time. That rolls you. I gave you my inspiration.
mutual teamwork. Let's do
Indeed,
this.
indeed.
Alright.
Sounds
Okay, I
good.
can live with it.
All right. And Zartos, your turn. What are you doing?
My turn. Alrighty then. Let's see here. Is the water swift?
Yes, very, because it's right on the beginning of the waterfall, so it's very fast. The current is
Good.
very strong.
If you came up here, you could probably write it down so you're not competing as much against it.
I was also thinking of going on the pillar because the pillar's right there too.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
You can simply cross over to the other side.
I could probably get across and start pushing up a landing set. So yeah.
Sorry, I
that's
can't
what
see
I'll-
the pillar yet.
So I'm gonna come to right here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that? I don't need to do anything for that. Is that just good?
Yeah, that is good. Remember you're passing through Bayonet, so that's 20 to reach there.
That's fine. I have 30, so
Mhm.
I'm set.
Okay.
All right, and then this one in front of me, gonna take a spear.
Go for it.
Oh, here, let me try that again. Still hits, that's fine. So normal damage,
Mm-hmm.
7. And then with that said, I'm going to Shield Master Shove.
Okay. Which one?
The one in front of me, the one I'm attacking.
Okay.
So
Fail. Prone, I assume?
no, just shoving back this
Okay.
time.
5 feet. There we go.
Then I move forward again.
All right.
And my turn there.
Let me see this magic item that she has. Let me do a spell on her turn and then. Ooh, her spell DC is actually decent. Interesting. Very well. You see that she says, "Oh, great mother of the rings, give me your will." And tangle.
Ooh.
That pass?
That does.
I
It's
think
more
that's
to make
fine.
it difficult terrain for the others than to restrain you directly.
Bring the strongest person in the party who can get advantage on strength checks.
And Zell, your turn. You see how there seems to be a lot of vines ripping from the ground and making the terrain very, very tight in there. What are you doing?
So I can't tell. Is there someone inside of those veins?
Inside of the vines? No.
Just me. Well, Bayonet is, but
Yeah, Bayonet is, but
I'm fine.
he's
Do
good.
the vines look flammable?
Yes.
They do, but most likely would take a lot of work to clear it entirely unless you have a AoE spell.
I don't. Okay. Shit. Can I move right here? Just up one? Does that work?
Yeah, it does. You can move
Yeah,
one.
move me there.
Oh, sorry. There is a wall there. No. There we go. There's a wall right here. So.
So if I move through those vines, what's it going to do? Is it just...
You're gonna have to, as soon as you enter, do a DC 14 strength save, or be restrained.
And does restrained mean I can't cast?
You can cast normally. Only attacks go at disadvantage.
But spells don't.
If you do an attack spell like Eldritch Blast or Scorching Ray or etc., yes, saving throws are not altered.
Son of a bitch. I want to get out of these guys' way. Like, I can throw from here. I'm fine. Can we move here? Just, like, up right there?
Yes, there you can. There's a space here.
Yeah. Can you move me there?
I can.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. So, from here, to target you, and...
That's +5 on the AC. Hits. 19 hits.
Why is it +5 on the AC?
Cover.
Who's got cover?
Cover
main
from
it because
this
of
wall
vines.
plus one person in front of you. That's 3/4 by rules.
Well, I still zap that bitch in the face.
Yep, you still do. That's 9.
Okay, Bayonet's gonna activate his rage.
Okay.
Let me just activate that real quick. Rage. He's gonna jump down, go over here, attack this main what are they called? Maynards? Maynards.
Yeah.
Reckless attack. Actually, not reckless attack. Just a regular attack. Well, I don't know why I clicked that. It's a regular attack.
Oh,
Got it.
man.
Okay. And turn.
Okay.
I can't make it I can't make it attack after I attack, so whatever. I still have my tail activated, by the way, so yeah.
What are you doing?
My darts would be a disadvantage here, so I'm gonna try and go in here. So why is it not letting me move my guy? There we go. So it's double movement to get all through here, right?
Yep.
So that would bring me to the bank here with 40 feet.
Yes, and as soon as you enter, please do a DC 14 strength save. And you're restrained right here. Your
All right,
movement
I'm
goes to
restrained.
0.
My movement goes to 0. And then let me see. All right, then I'm gonna throw a dart at her and try and break her concentration. Disadvantage because it's 35 feet.
All right. And you hit.
I'm dead.
Oh wow, she hit.
Yep.
6.
6.
So
Dope.
damn.
Still keep concentrating.
That's as far as I can go.
All right. The Mayonnaise here will go over here. And then you see that they begin to perform again, and the wind begins to blow. Zartos don't, Bayonet don't.
Pass?
Missing Jericho. There we go.
Do I pass or no?
You don't. So
I don't.
Zartos will, on his turn, attack the nearest ally and end his turn. So Bayonet. 4. Bayonet will attack his nearby ally and end his turn.
Okay, so I want to get rid of these Maynards real quick.
And 1. What is 1? The creature immediately takes 1d12 of psychic damage. Alright. Not the worst thing in the world. Alright. Jericho, you see that as the wind passes around you, you feel something grasping on among it, some woes, as you feel you're fighting up against creatures that you shouldn't, and you take 4 psychic damage.
I take worse psychic damage being around my dad.
And Trallor, what will Trallor do? Yeah, he is going to... He can't pass over a creature that is grappled on the ground, so he's gonna try to help Jericho out, I believe.
Help me.
He's gonna get him out of there. Yep, saves, and he gets you out. Off the vines. And he goes in. That's 10. Saves. 10 goes to 20. He moved at 5. He has 5 feet. He can't move 5 feet because of difficult terrain. So his turn ends in the vines, which means he saves again on the end of his turn. and saves again. All right, that's Trelor turn. The Maenad. You guys are already charmed, so it's gonna hold its action for now, and it's gonna do another wind dance as soon as Trelor begin moving. All right. This Maenad is gonna see Bayonet over there by the bridge. It's gonna go reckless and strike twice. 18. Oh, wrong target.
Whoa!
Wrong target. My bad.
I'm good.
How many people get hit by that? Excuse me?
Only Bayonet. Only Bayonet, I think. I hope.
You hope. My bad there.
I think
I had all of
2
you
damage.
target. Yeah, that's 2 damage. You are excused, my sir. And
That was
that's
lovely.
2 attacks, I believe. Yeah, that's 2 attacks. There we go. That's another 3 for
4.
you, brother.
3, yeah, 3.
And these may need here is gonna attempt to attack recklessly the fighter. Hits for 7. And misses. So you see that as soon as the performance ends, they begin to grow in a sort of frenzy and they begin to strike you guys really fast and hard. Zartos, your turn. Please attack Bayonet.
All right, here you go. Go. Attack. Normal. I miss.
You do. And I believe since you don't have extra attack, that's all you can do.
Yep.
The Dryad, considering she is now aware that there's people trying to strike her, she's gonna swing a little back, take cover over here, and then she's gonna take aim and shoot with her bow at Bayonet.
I didn't use reckless attacks, so it's gonna be a rabbit roll.
Mm-hmm.
Am I still able to use a reaction, or is that not a thing?
Yes, you can. You can.
Okay.
Wait, actually, I do have a question.
Yes.
Because it's the end of his turn, would it mean that he get to re-roll the charisma save?
No. It's a one thing effect. Oh, and that
That's
20.
one turn only. Shit.
Yeah.
20. Well, I'm definitely gonna be using this then.
Yeah. And I'm gonna ask for you, brother, to do a DC 15 charisma for me.
Me?
Yup.
Shit. Okay.
Yup.
Oh, goddamn, that was
You
also 19.
take it out. I want the butts. Let's see. 10, which goes to 5.
I'm gonna
And
use
now-
Shield Master. I'm
Okay.
gonna use Interception.
Go for it.
Protection.
Go for it. Yep, less 5.
5.
All right.
Zero.
And you see that as soon as the arrow connects over to your body, you see that he raises up his shield to cover you. But you see the effect sort of blooms in on within the area, and you feel a fragrance of roses going all over to your surroundings. You look to the Dryad and you see that she's the most beautiful woman you ever saw. And you see she
God damn it,
smiles
I'm
over
sorry,
to
man.
you and she says, I will lay over the best children you find down to earth if you kill all of your friends to me. And that's her request. Zell, your turn. What are you doing? That was in common, by the way, so everyone heard it.
I hate charm so much. I hate charm. I hate charm.
I can't get past Treylure, or can I? Yeah, I can, because he's
you
not
cannot.
restrained.
He is not restrained, so yeah, you can pass over. But
It's not gonna hit them vines. I gotta do a check.
you do.
Bring it.
Oh, you're gonna. This is not looking good.
14. Strength save for me.
All right, gentlemen. Wish me luck.
Wish you luck. Best of luck.
The best of
Indeed.
luck. Only the best luck.
All of the luck.
Hey.
Oh my
Yay.
brother! There we go. All right, that's 10. Can you reach there? I don't think you can reach there. So, that's over here. That would be 25, 30. So, pick your point.
Right here.
Yep, can be on any of those spots over there. And when you end your turn there, if you do, of course, another save. So, do what you do.
Wait. Do you mean a charisma or is it wisdom save?
Charisma.
Okay. Sorry.
Fuck.
Oof.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
0.
You are restrained, bro. On the end of
But
your
I'm also
turn.
behind a pillar, so I should have full cover. So good luck attacking me, motherfucker.
Oh, that is correct. You are behind the pillar. Alright. Yep. Alright, Bayonet. You're under the effect of the wind dance, so please strike with all your might against Zartos and then decide what you want to do.
attack. Sorry. I'm sorry I have to do this.
And then on
To
your
attack
next
against
turn,
Zartos.
feel free to do whatever you desire. The Dryad offers sex in exchange for you killing your friend, so.
Bandit doesn't have a dick though. He's a robot. Yeah, end turn. Do I roll
Wait.
save again?
No,
Yeah?
no extra saves.
Wait, even not even at the end of my turn?
Nope,
Okay, that's
not in
interesting.
the end of your turn.
Okay.
By the shot of the bow. Jericho, your
Okay.
turn. What are you doing?
So here's a question.
Yeah.
I know it's difficult terrain, but if I tried to
Mm-hmm.
jump over the vines,
Mm-hmm. If you can
Could
jump
I-
over out of the 20 foot somehow, yes, nothing happens.
Okay.
But
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, all the terrain, wall and ceiling as well, is covered in the integral area of the spell. So
okay, then I guess I just
Can you reach the Dryad with another dart at disadvantage?
I can't even see the Dryad now.
Hmm. I think if you move forward 1 foot, you should be able to.
If it would let me move me, I would. It keeps just doing.
nope. not everyone.
Nope. I can't see her. Why won't it let me move her? Me. I guess I'll go into the vines to try and because I gotta.
By the way,
go
if
forward.
you want to switch up back to the thing where you click and then move your character, you should go over to the small guy on top in there, on the left side where the tools are. Click on him and then on the square for select tokens. If you click on there, you can switch it out.
Okay, let's see. There we go.
As soon as you enter, strength save DC 14.
All right.
Restrained.
I am restrained, but I think I can still hit her.
You can.
I can.
Lot of cover though, but feel free to try.
Oh,
Good shot.
all right, so let's try.
That's not hit.
That won't hit.
I will hit. All right, then there we are.
All right. The Manid over here is going to try to restore its wind dance. It does. And then. I'm still waiting one wind dance after Trelur moves. So I'm going to attack Zardos for now. Recklessly, of course. 23 hits for 8 damage. And oh baby.
I presume I don't save anything again.
For now, no.
Because it's
Well,
okay. Sorry.
I'm pretty much dead, so
Yeah.
Very well.
Sorry, I thought. Okay, never mind.
As soon
Yeah,
as
we're about to get TPK, gentlemen.
yes.
Yeah, this is not
as
looking good. I'm
Trelur
not.
moves. Let me get the wind dance in here. Oh, I'm missing a person. Sorry.
What? I'm in full cover.
Oh, you're in the pillar. Never mind. Never mind. I'm sorry. You pass anyway. Alright, so
Sorry, I thought. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna comment on it.
Jericho saves. Jericho doesn't save. Yeah, that's what I tried to mean.
I heard Jericho saves. That counts.
You did. Nope, it did not.
I heard it. I heard it.
The creature attacked the nearest enemy that it can and ends its turn. Yeah, not so bad. So.
That could be worse.
I hit a vine.
Oh my god, and Trelur continues his turn, so.
At least this time I'm not the only one dying.
Laura, get me out of the vines, bro.
He can shove you.
Is he not also restrained?
No.
He saved.
He passed all his checks.
Oh.
13. Yep, he throws you out. Oh no, it's 14. My bad. Never mind. Yep, he
Can I
tried.
cast guidance on him while laying on the ground?
Nope. You cannot. Yeah, he goes out. There's nothing he can do right now. The Maniad will try to restore its wind dance. It doesn't. Who got the thing? There was one who got the thing. It was this one. So he's gonna get his Maniad, and you see that they will begin to dance together, and they will switch spots over.
That should have provided an opportunity to attack for
Nope,
Zartos.
because that's forced movement. And that's his turn. This Maniad is gonna keep attacking Zardos recklessly.
All right. Well,
No
I'm
save,
down.
Right? No save,
Just-
right?
It's just down.
Yeah.
Like, how do I get
88.
out of these vines?
How do I get
Use your
not
action. There's a few ways. Calm emotion spell to end the effect is one. When you get attacked
No,
by
I
the
thought-
enemies is one.
Because I thought seeing people you care about getting hurt was like another one of the triggers
Nope.
that gets you uncharmed. Sorry, I'm just double checking.
Yep, that's a no. And you see
Okay,
that
okay.
the Dryad whistles in, and you see that the Maniads look over to you, and you see that they do not strike against you. He just goes over there on top, chilling for now.
Okay.
But that would have provided opportunity for Bayonet.
Bayonet can't do anything. He's charmed.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna attack you because I'm gonna attack Trelder. I have to. I don't have any other choice. I can't save. I
I
can't.
mean,
do anything
you
but attack my
do
allies.
have a choice to not hurt your friends. She only asks you to. Your charm not dominated. This one is gonna throw Zardos down on the water.
Okay.
Zardos, death save.
Death save.
Oh my my boy. All right, you see that as soon as the maniac throws you down river, you wake up from that fresh water blowing in onto to your eyes, and in all your mighty fear, you surge on into the water. What are you doing?
Okay, well, first off, I'm going to use second wind.
All right.
That's 9 hit points back to me, so I'm at 10.
Go for it.
Alrighty then. I can move, right? I still have movement.
I do have an idea, but I don't know if it would work. I have an idea, but I don't know if it would work.
You can move. You can try to force your way swimming upwards, or you can try to get yourself across in here. Know that when you reach ground, you will be prone, so the maniac will attack you at advantage. So it's on you. What do you want to do?
I have an idea. I can't mention.
Okay,
it,
am I solid where I'm sitting right here?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, well then I have to move right here.
All right. Then this maniac will strike you at advantage. And misses. All right. You get yourself back up. That will be all your movement. What else are you doing?
Well, okay, so next thing I'm going to do, first off, I'm going to attack.
Okay.
Attack with my spear on this one. That'll be a dirty 20.
Okay.
7 damage.
All right, nice. And you see that the maniac seems hurt. It's bleeding heavily by now.
All right. Action surge.
Mm-hmm.
For the new action,
Mm-hmm.
I can do a
is
bonus
hit,
action.
you will be
I can do a
saved.
bonus action with my action surge, right?
You can do... No, you don't add up another bonus action, but you did not use your... Oh, you did use your first one to second win, so no. You only gain action.
I only get an action?
Yeah.
Okay, damn. Well,
What do you
Bennett
want
is
to...
hit,
Hold
you
up.
can
What do you
save
want to
throw.
say, Starduster?
I was going to
sorry,
use...
I just thought I was going to say. Sorry, I'm just really thinking about this, but I don't have any way of contacting any character, so I'm just going to shut up.
Okay. Go for
Sorry.
it, Krieg. Finish your turn.
Okay. Shit. Well, I guess I shouldn't have used this. Oh well. Let's try another hit, I guess. That's pretty good.
Nice, 9.
Also,
You see you pierce her through the belly again, and she's in a lot of pain.
that's the end of my turn.
Okay. The Dryad. What is the Dryad doing? She's gonna try to shoot Zell. Since
I'm laying on the ground behind a pillar.
Oh, that is correct. She can't shoot you. She can shoot Jericho either from her position, so... Yep, that's Relwerton. So, 1d20 plus 6. Oh my god. Yep.
She
She shot
shoots herself
herself.
in the foot.
Roll for concentration.
Roll for concentration, for the love of God.
Zell, your turn. What are you doing, bro?
All right, so you said I had to use an action to get out of here?
That is correct.
Okay. What do I got to roll?
DC 14 athletics check.
Fucking strength bullshit.
I know. I need anything but strength, man.
Yeah, let me do an acrobatics check.
For an tango. Let's see. I don't know if you can.
No, it's not.
No.
It's athletics.
Yep. Strength checks. Nope. You're staying there.
Okay, can I still use spells?
If you have any bonus action spells, sir. Sure.
I do. I'd like to bonus action heal Zartos.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, where are you at, motherfucker? I know you're here somewhere.
Over here. He is right here.
No, the heal.
Oh, the heal. Cure wounds, armor of vagaries, healing light. There we go. So 5. Does stat add up to charisma or no?
You just took away 5.
5.
Yeah, it's charisma, so it should have been 8.
What?
So that'd be
I should be at 15. You put me back down to 5.
you damaged him for 5, not added 5.
Oh,
15.
God. There you go.
No,
18.
actually-
Yeah, no, I'll take 18.
18.
Should be at 18, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Right, by
Bayonet's gonna try to just.
and
Bayonet's just gonna
your
try to walk
rage
past,
ends because you did not take
God
damage
damn
this
it.
turn.
Okay.
Oh, he attacked me though, didn't he? Did that not count?
Yeah, I did attack you.
Oh, that is correct. He did attack you.
Bayonet's gonna walk past you guys. Actually,
That's actually up to Zardos. You heard what the Dryad said before. Are you allowing him to pass your square? Because if not, you're considered an enemy square. That's on you, Zardos.
So he was charmed. Why did he attack Zartos in the first place?
Because those were different effects. So first
Yeah, that
was
was-
Wind Dance and then Charmed.
He's charmed from the Dryad. Wind Dance is the effect that the Maenads do.
Yep.
when the Dryads aren't they keeping me away from her?
The Maniacs? No, apparently no. Not for now.
Were they ever mentioned in the charm?
If they what, sorry?
Did the Dryad ever say anything? Mention anything about
The
Maniacs?
Dryad said in common to you so you can understand it. So they know that she asked you to kill them. That's why I'm asking Zardos if he allows you to pass the square. If it's considered enemy square, and you can't pass over an enemy square to the other side directly.
No, that's my question is another one. Did the Dryad mention anything? What did the Dryad say exactly again? Because they say anything
She
about the Dryad
said,
not
I
attacking
will, if you kill your friends, I will badge you the most beautiful children you'll see in the world. That was her offer.
Okay.
Does Maenad
I'm
care
just
about
gonna
having?
I'm gonna attack Trowler because he has more health.
All right.
You don't have to attack either of them.
You don't have to attack either person.
But I lose my rage if I don't do anything.
You can
You
attack
can
one
attack
of
the
them.
Maiads.
I can attack the Maiads.
Yes,
Why?
you can.
But
He
can I?
can't attack any of the allies related to the Dryad.
I thought
That's-
you just can't attack the charm person, but not their friends.
The charmed person and their friends. It won't do anything against the charmed person and their friends. That's how charm works. If the creature is an enemy, it becomes neutral, but not in case of this situation specifically. It's like I said, he doesn't necessarily have to attack you guys, but it's up to roleplay. So
Yeah, I'm just doing. I'd much rather be attacking the Maniacs right now, but I can't.
If I
So-
try to,
if you try,
So how do we get rid of the charm?
There are a few ways. There are spells. If the maniacs attack him, if he is put unconscious.
if I try to break dance out of these, can I use acrobatics?
Nope.
Breakdance.
Breakdance. Oh my fucking god, man.
I'm just confused. I'm pretty sure I swear to. Oh, never mind. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how Bayonet can get out of this?
There are a few ways.
The only way you're getting out of there is if you get hit by one of the Maiads. That's it. That's the only thing we can do. We don't have any spells that can break it.
And the
Alright.
Maiads aren't going to attack me, I don't think.
Because I don't have minor restoration or anything yet.
All right, so I guess I'm gonna try an athletics check to try and break out. Well, fuck.
Almost a 16. Damn it.
Yep. So I can't do jack shit.
You don't have any bonus actions?
No, throwing punches. That's it. That's all I can do for bonus actions.
Punch these veins!
Listen, he said I would take a torch out and set these on fire, but he said
Yeah.
it wouldn't do anything.
I said it would take a while. You basically will burn one square at a time. So it's up to you.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, you can do like burn 2 squares each time. That's what you can do. Also,
Okay.
if you are entangled, you're gonna take damage from it. Just so you know.
I mean, if I had known that, I would have taken one of my torches out and started and lit it already.
Can he undo his athletic skill check as a we didn't understand?
Sure, you can. Note that you will take damage, and it only burns on the end of the round. So
I mean, that's fine. So I'm gonna take out my torch and free myself by setting the vine and the square in front of me on fire.
you can only do one or the other.
Oh, I thought you said 2.
Yeah, you can do 2 if you don't use your object of interaction. 2, draw a torch
Okay.
and lit it. So,
Okay, fair. Then right now I'll just adjust the square that I'm in.
all right, very well.
How long are these sessions again?
What
Like
do
3
I
hours?
what I roll for that?
We are about to end, Starduster.
Okay, just one check.
All right, you lit up a torch. You lit up the torch on the Dryad. The Dryad thanks you for it.
What?
And yeah, you on the end of the turn you will get yourself over to it. Let's see. Does it have wind dance? It does. So 1, 2, 3. Nope, can't target him. Can't target him either, and can't target him. So it's gonna
Wait.
begin dancing again.
Targeted me earlier.
Shit, well.
Zartos and Zerico fail, and I'm missing Trelor. Which saves. Alright. For Jericho, attack the nearby enemy, I believe. Let's see. Attack the nearby ally that you can see. So you can see Zal on the ground. That's a D10 actually. Let's see. 8. Attack the nearby enemy that you can see. And 10, that's it. For Zartos.
Attack the nearby enemy?
Yep.
Okay.
Trelor saved, so can pass over here because of enemy square. Yep, he's gonna try to shove you into the water. So,
Me?
yep, that's the best he can do right now. Or
Unless he's got minor restoration or anything.
Or he could attack me and maybe pull me out of it, I
he
guess.
doesn't
That
have.
would work.
He doesn't have minor restoration. Sorry, lesser restoration. He doesn't. He's not a cleric. He only get that by level 6.
He could cast command to
Good.
break free of the charm.
doesn't work like this, I believe. Yeah, he will do a command. Thanks for the suggestion to ask you to grovel. And you succeed. Of course, you succeed when you don't have to.
Of course.
Yeah, that's his turn. Wind Dance. Under effect, under effect. Not gonna use it for one person, so. Advantage attack, reckless. 18. 4, 5. And 10 damage total. Alright. Calling in here for tonight. Thanks on for everyone who accompanied down on Twitch, and kisses!